is important, I think, sort of before we jump into KeepSake, that you kind of understand the origin story of how this kind of all came to be, and a bit of a genesis. So it was probably about 2016, probably about 1:30, 2 a.m. in the morning during our usual gaming sessions together. And so I think we were playing Division, the beta version around that time. And I just remember having it like over like just saying like, hey man, like, would it be kind of cool if I could like take points from this game and then move it into another game? And then you kind of like pause for a little bit, and then he's like, wouldn't it be like even cool if I could take like a skip and then move it to another weapon? And then he paused a little bit, and when you have, you'll kind of see he likes to pause and kind of ponder. Is it actually would it be kind of cool if I could take this weapon and move it to another game? And I just sort of remember. I just remember just taking a second and kind of soaking it in, trying to think of all the reasons why this was the dumbest idea ever. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. And so that sort of started our journey down the rabbit hole. So fast forward, about 6 or so months later, having discovered Ethereum and smart contracts and blockchains and so forth. Hanif and I actually developed one of our first products, which was an SDK for Unity that allowed you to actually move the points from one game to the next game. Fast forward another 6 months or so for that, probably about 2018, before NFTs were sort of a thing and gone for mainstream. We actually published our first NFT contract on Ethereum, which I thought was pretty cool. And so the reason I kind of bring it up is to say that we've been thinking about this for quite a while. It's been brewing and bubbling in our mind. And so we've taken the time to ponder the different ways that we can sort of bring utility and sort of bring this to the gaming environment. So let's jump ahead to 2023. NFTs, we've seen it rise, we've seen it fall, we've seen it rise again. We've seen it fall again. And it's sort of trying to find its root, right, in this new world of blockchain and gaming. Where does it snap? How do you use it? What do you do with it? And we've been sort of observing and watching and building in the back, and just observing and trying different things and iterating throughout this entire process to see where we can fit into this whole picture. So I'm going to say a few things that some of you will agree, some of you probably will disagree strongly with me, but NFT marketplaces are pretty stagnant, right? They're two-dimensional. They're not very dynamic. The one thing the thing that they should be doing for utility and gaming, they're not doing so well, and that's being able to discover assets and use them. How do you take a gaming asset and use it when you see it on the marketplace? There is zero in-game discoverability of your assets. The jump from a marketplace to a game are multiple steps, and multiple hoops, and multiple clicks to get there. So I've got a question, and hopefully you raise your hand. One of those trick questions. How many have actually bought an NFT from a marketplace and then turned around the same day and used that NFT within a game? One. See, put your hand down. Very little. Right? Very little. We saw a couple before you there.
In full disclosure, though, I was actually testing how difficult that was. It was in fact.
It is very hard, right? And so when we were doing this, I was talking to Devin, which is our asset specialist, and as we were going through the presentation, and he's like, "Well, I've done it." I'm like, "Devin, you don't count, right? There's not a lot of people outside of the technical realm that, other than testing it to see how to do it, or actually do it."
Oh, thank you. So let's take it one step further. So how many have actually taken an NFT and put it into the game right away? Again, probably very little. Correct?
Oh, I think so. Please raise your hand.
No.
No? Oh, no.
Okay. So it seems like no one sees the disconnect. Web3 gaming is growing, but the NFT adoption is limited by technical barriers and a lack of user-friendly marketplaces for both Web2 and Web3 users in and outside of the game. So why can't we, everybody saw this before, right? Why can't we break that status quo and make it easier how Google made it to look for web information and searches? So the solution, in our opinion, in my opinion, is user-friendly marketplace, easy onboarding and in-game NFT, discoverability, direct lending and renting to remove the technical barrier to entry, and seamless in-game NFT marketplace functionality. This is a slide, and there's a lot of why in it, so a lot of ability. So, we thought about a lot of things in terms of the reimagined NFT gaming place because we didn't want to be in the status quo. So why don't we combine the Web 3 and Web 2.0 and 2.5? We couldn't have done, how KeepSake is different is, unlike any other, we are a direct game connect, SDK, social connectivity, dynamic NFTs, and lending feature. And we couldn't have done this without our partners, and there's a lot of you here in this room. As you can see over here, everybody's smiling. I see Sean. I see Nadia. And then we also have a bunch of gaming platforms, right? Correct. So in this case, this is on block.
Yeah, so I can so we've gone out and we've we've gone out and we've pulled different game studios. We've talked to a lot of game studios. We've made some great partnerships. One of which is 4 games. They're based out of Belgium and they're doing some really great stuff in augmented reality and geospatial location. So they actually just won a article award, I believe it was, for first place in geospatial. And so this is just one of their games called Invasion Dawn, and it's an augmented reality movement-based game. On the right we have Pixelogram, which is a pixel-based battle royale game built in Unity, which will be incorporated in the SDK as well.
And then we also have, we're also working with Reimagined. That's coming up a little later on as well. We have Inverse, which is a metaverse-based event system, which allows users to attend events virtually that they can't attend in person, and as well as so many other wonderful studios that will be announcing closer to mainnet, so unfortunately I can't say it right now. And we're planning on making more great partnership in short time, sorry. Okay, that's you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, we're going to be around, and honestly, don't be strangers. If you see us, we're pretty friendly bunch, except for this guy. No, we're pretty friendly bunch. Say hi, drop thoughts, ideas, games, anything. We're always welcome to. So, I do want to take this a little bit full circle. So, this is a picture of my mom. This is what she actually looks like, and my little one. And so, my little one is not little anymore. She's about 8. She's big into gaming. PC, mobile, you name it, she's big into it. And I remember one day she actually asked my mom if she could buy her NFT. Because she's always hearing about Daddy and Uncle Hannah talking about NFTs and NFT that. And so I remember my mom coming to me and saying, hey, what's this NFT thing about? How can I buy it for her? And so I wanted to take a close look of what she looked like before we had that discussion. And this is my mom after the discussion. Right? It was a long discussion. And she pretty much just said, I give up, here's some money, you take care of it. So this is the one problem that we want to solve at KeepSake. We want to make someone that they can connect to a marketplace, buy an NFT asset for their granddaughter, pick up the phone their granddaughter and say, hey, I just purchased an asset for you. I sent you your little button dot suite, with the sweet NS stuff all wired in. Have my daughter log into the game, be able to connect her wallet, be able to see her asset, be able to use it within the game, and be able to connect to the marketplace and use it again. So I think Swee's narrative is to onboard the next billion users. And I think it's pretty much everybody's here's narrative at this point. We're all sharing the same story. We're all in the same game. We're all extras in the big play, right? And those two wonderful ladies that I showed you are the next billion. Right? The next billion aren't going to be the most technically advanced. They're not going to be hardcore gamers. That's the truth of it. They're going to be casual gamers. They're going to be grandmothers wanting to participate with their granddaughters. And so, if we truly want to take NFTs to the next level, I think that we've got to reimagine how we discover NFTs, how we buy NFTs, how we sell NFTs, how we interact with NFTs. And I think at KeepSake, I think the way we're doing it, the way we're looking at it, is the right approach. So I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to Cheeto and I kind of ramble on for a little bit. I want to thank you for allowing us to present and actually share our story, our ambition journey. I will throw it out there, we are in the beginning stages of our seed round. So if there's any VCs, investors, if anything sounds interesting, please find myself or one of the team members. We'd be happy to talk and chat. And I just want to, once again, thank you everybody.